This gothic pile of dog snot is going to be much easier for most amount of people to beat these days, and so we have a team of non-evolved, just middle evolution Pokemon, so I guess they're evolved one time. Of course, Arlo sends out his Pineco per usual right here. I'm really hoping that they change their lineups pretty soon, but we do have a Charmeleon up in here to start out with. We're going to generate a little bit of energy. We want to be able to use that later on, but I would say that the main star for Pineco right now is going to be this Combusken right here, and so we're going to use Combusken for the Flame Charge, and so well, I guess it's also because of the type differences. You know, we are going to be at least dealing super effective damage with this Combusken. Of course, we got a shield coming up right here, which is great. That's just going to allow us more time to generate energy and everything. Combusken's using Ember as its fast attack right now. It's not exactly going to be the fastest energy generation, but hey, we're going to be dealing super effective. Now, Flame Charge, the good thing about that, even getting shielded like this, you see that on our side, the attack rose, so that's great, and we actually, I would say it's really good that, of course, they shielded. We basically had some time to generate energy before the Pineco faints, and so we've got Flame Charge. You guys should always know this if you've seen my videos before, so I do like to at least mention it one time. It's just that the Team Go Rocket side, their Pokemon will stand still whenever you use a charge move or they use a charge attack, as well as when you switch out. That could be by manually switching or their Pokemon fainting, those sorts of things. I did want to get one more Flame Charge off right there, and I did not. That's okay. It's gonna end up okay, I guess. You notice also, other than Combusken, I mean, these Pokemon are real low CP, so it's like you don't even need them to be up at that 1500 plus range, and I'm level 40, so of course Arlo's Pokemon are going to scale up and be essentially the highest CP that they can be. One thing you'll notice right there is we did bring out that Charmeleon one more time. It was just to get a few attacks in and then switch. So we were actually able to do that because once our Combusken fainted, I basically just waited for that countdown to go down just a little while longer, and that gave our switch cooldown, you know, the switch button basically in the bottom right, that gave the cooldown for that enough time to actually become active again. And so we're sending out Vibrava here. A lot of these Pokemon have had their base forms, you know, in 2020 be able to spawn pretty decently, I would say. And of course, some of these have had their own community day and things, so players of all different kinds of reaches and start times, coming back to the game times, I guess, should be able to find them. That's my hope for you. So we'll go ahead and shield that. That's a kind of a good time for this. You can see that we're using kind of an all-ground moveset, and Sand Tomb is once again another one of those. This was a complete mistake. I wanted to get this excellent. You saw that I missed the first few of them. It's kind of the joys of having a little kid. I've got a son who's almost 3 years old, actually, at the time of this recording, October 12th. Anyway, he actually bumped into me as I was recording this. Like, I was literally just recording this in the house, and then he kind of bumped my phone. He came in to say hello to me. It was really sweet and everything. But yeah, so I didn't get an excellent. Maybe that's just actually part of the video, honestly. It can show you, hey, this doesn't even have to be done, like, absolutely perfectly. Like, look at this. We are not optimized. We're using Pokemon that are in that middle evolution spot, not their final evos. So again, it's really fascinating to me because of course Sand Tomb, like I was trying to say earlier, you know, it has status effects. We're using a lot of attacks that do have some kind of status effect, whether it's lowering their stats or increasing ours. So luckily he's going to be sending out Scizor right here, and Vibrava not going to be the choice that we really want to take out the Scizor with, but we can do as much damage as we possibly can, and of course make its defense fall now that we've done a Sand Tomb on it. It is going to take out that Vibrava pretty fast, but I would just essentially call that bonus damage because here will be really what we were going for. So this Charmeleon, all that time charging up, that was sort of what we were going for. So that time that we switched it in right at the very beginning and then switched out just like immediately to Combusken, that gave us enough energy generation. You want to kind of generate probably about half of it there for a Flamethrower. And you can see now it has defeated the Scizor, I would say pretty handily, giving that victory to us. Scizor is just so weak to fire, so I mean, while this really was, I would say, dependent on this lineup, like this specific Arlo lineup and these specific moves that they were using, all of that will be in text on screen. Just know that you probably could just look at other middle evolution Pokemon that could take down things like, if let's say if Charizard or Salamence, if they were in that second or third spot respectively. The key here was kind of twofold, taking advantage of that stagnation period, of course, but also having these moves, charge attacks that do give you some kind of stat boost or decrease the opponent's stats. So again, that was kind of key, I would say. But go ahead and feel free to click an end screen on screen to be taken to another video, and thanks for viewing.